Okay, hold on, let me get the mic going. All right. Nighttime is upon us. I have just got back from my Uber, and I'm going to take my shoes off. I said 7:45 in Instagram, so I wonder if people are going to pay attention to that, but I figured I have to, we'll just be chilling for a bit here, but I have to get some food. I literally just got back from the event. Because of the delay, there was we were like kind of one of the last few heats to go, and then there was the delay from the rain, which I'll get into. But oops, let me check what's going on my iPad just to kind of have this here for me, so I can see if I'm talking to myself or not. But I think there's someone here, or a couple people chilling. Oh, okay, cool, and I have my Instagram, so I can look at that. Okay. No, not that. Click. Day one. Okay, here we go. Now I have the chat. Boom. It says one watching. Okay, maybe there isn't anyone here. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Anyways, I thought I'd change the scenery here a little bit. I kind of want to just sit on the floor. I'm kind of tired. That kind of helps. B, I don't know. There's kind of a cool window view that y'all can see. Can I do this here? No. All right. All right. Let me angle the camera down a little bit. Oh, there's Sabrina. Yo, let's go. Sabrina and Dennis. Is Dennis there too? What are you guys up to? It's later over there. I should have realized that. Okay, let's see if this angle works. Nice. This video, my feedback is on a delay. It's like 5-second delay or something like that. So we've got, so I just kind of eyeballed the camera angle switch. So anyways, it's been Dennis is at the cigar shop. He'll watch the recorded version. He was giving a full play-by-play of the day, of the day's events. Yeah, it was kind of a crazy day. Man, I was just like going. There's a cool guy in my division, not Steven, Tyler Peterson. If you'll see, you'll see his name on the leaderboard. So his coach and I were talking, and we were all hanging out and talking about stuff. And he was like, "You don't have a coach with you?" He's like, "Did you just come by yourself? Like, what the heck?" So I thought that was, so yeah, I think that was partially because I'm like here by myself. So if like there's an announcement, I did save myself a trip actually to the convention center. One of the other guys in my division, who shall remain nameless, he was like, "Oh, bro, like they're gonna have our do our orientation for this event, 3:30." So first event was like 11:40 or something like that, and then so I had a couple hours, and then the second event was like 5:09 or something. So there are a few hours, but he was like, "Oh yeah, in the middle of that, we're having a review session at the convention center." And so, in the convention center is maybe a 10-minute walk, and it's just hot as heck. And so it's like, I don't want to do that walk if I don't have to. So, and I waited till the very last minute, and thank God he was being very kind and he meant very well, I think, and he sent me a message saying, "Hey, um, don't come. I made a mistake right before I was like kind of about to leave and kind of get myself out there. So I saved me a trip. Anyways, why am I telling this story? Oh, because just the kind of the running around and the communication and stuff like that. They had told us there's an app where we'll be getting updates and called Hustle Up, which I think everyone can use and kind of get links to things. It's okay. It's been okay. I just wasn't 100% sure about how accurate it was or what was going on with it. So, yeah, it's been, anyways, it's been a day. So I haven't eaten as well. So at some point, I'm going to dip or at least heat up something um, that I have. I have pork tamales. I don't know if they're any good, but kind of pre-made. I'll check them out. Maybe if it's getting too late, but yeah. Um, let's see. I'll just start with some of the drama that's going on with schedule, timing, everything like that. Kind of why am I here uh, at 7:45 almost, um, rather than rather than earlier. And why am I have uneaten, not showered, uneaten, just sitting? I'm sitting on the floor of the hotel, just like what the heck is happening? So, anyways, the drama was well, drama, I guess. There's a couple things. Uh, the main thing is, at the end of the day, I sit in third place overall. Two events only done, right? So it's still super, super early. But, and these were my strong events, and the changes that happened to the workouts were totally 100% in my favor, and I'll get into that. So basically, as we were lining up to go up to do um, the event called Enter Sandman, which involved carrying what was basically a 80-pound pool noodle, and so it's like maybe like 5 feet, 4 or 5 feet long, maybe this amount of diameter, and it was 80 feet. So, and it kind of bent in this like way that was like a tent almost. It just bent completely in half. So I was fortunate because I was worried. I'd never seen that implement. It's completely new, and so I had no idea how I was gonna carry it. But when I saw it and saw how it bended, I was like, yep, I'm just gonna scoop it, kind of get my hand underneath and just kind of cradle it, and as I run down uh, the area. Anyways, as we were going up to do the event, um, I had been joking because I had felt some rain. I was like, I'm not just imagining that, right? And sure enough, like starts raining, starts blowing a little bit harder, 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 and the wind starts angling in the rain to under the kind of covered area. And it wasn't just a sprinkle, it was like a full-on downpour for about 10 minutes. Literally the maybe 60 seconds before my heat was supposed to kind of go on the floor. So I mean, that's pretty great. That's actually kind of a good news. That's kind of good, right? Because had we been in the middle of the workout, I mean, granted, it's only like a 2 minute, 3 minute workout, um, and then had to stop because it was becoming a. Actually, there was a heat going right then, and when it was starting to hit, and we saw a couple guys like eat it. Like they just on the shuttle run, they went on the other side, and then they pivoted to try to go the other way, and then they would slip because it was not a typical like CrossFit rubbery like gym floor. It was just basically raw tennis court. So like a concrete typical tennis court kind of surface. So that actually was kind of important. And warming up. I tried to do a couple shuttles back and forth, and just to kind of see what the grip was like on the floor because it was, yeah, kind of that was maybe a little bit of a touch and go thing. Um, so yeah, it was. Anyway, so the drama was more with the score. So um, my friend Tyler, here, he and I were like neck and neck, and I could kind of see him out of the corner of my eye. But when they, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So what they changed the workouts to, sorry, pause. They pause the event, they pause the games, and they say, okay, we're going to reconvene. If the rain stops, they started kind of sweeping the water off the court. And fortunately, it was so hot, it started drying pretty quickly. So I think they said like a delay of 30 minutes, and then it ended up being like 45 minutes later than anticipated. And so I got, and the other thing they changed was no shuttle runs, echo bike instead. So again, like that's kind of was a big win for me personally, because I'm spent a decent amount of time on the echo bike. It can kind of knock out calories. Like, I'm a bigger dude. Like, it just works in my favor. It is advantageous. And it was calories, so it was a sequence of 18, 12, 6 calories, something kind of unusual. And in between each of those calories, you had a shuttle run, or not a shuttle run, a sandbag carry. So you carried the length to the, we started up across from the echo bike, picked it up, ran to the echo bike, dropped it, did 18 calories, came with the sandbag, and then went back to the echo bike. So there was a little bit of running and turning, but it was not like sprinting, pivot on the ground, sprint, pivot. So because the ground was still in kind of some places wet, and right underneath my feet it was a little bit wet too. So yeah, so it was exciting. It was good. It was exciting. So anyways, with Tyler, I had, it was kind of chaos, right? Like, I people were screaming, like I was trying to get used to the I jumped on the bike, and the seat was set to like the lowest thing, so I was like standing there pedaling, and I actually put my hand on for a moment to like stabilize myself, which I think was probably fine. But um, and the so I was like telling the judge, like, hey, please, like, put the seat up to 9 to the seat setting. I was like, can we get the seat? Because like there's a little more leverage kind of sitting down like that. So anyways, there was a so long story short, am vaguely aware of people finishing. So the couple people finished ahead of me on this event, the second event, and I see my friend Tyler in the lane right next to me, and he's kind of like right ahead of me. He's like he just got off the bike. He picked up the sandbag. He's going over to the other side, and I like am like right behind him, and then so I was like, oh crap, I'm really close to him. So uh, I don't know if I like pushed, because I was like, oh man, this was on the set of 6 calories, so it was the carry, and then I came back to do the 6 calories, and um, I jumped on the bike and I just like pounded. I was like, I feel terrible, but I was just like, go 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 go, and like it was like just like that. It was my judge was like, nope, like you're done, and he's like, that's it, you're good. I was like, oh crap, oh my gosh. So anyways, I like stumbled off the bike, and I was like, it was just like hit me, like I was like hit by a brick wall. It was crazy, kind of intense vibe, and there was the kind of thing where your quads like are so tight that you kind of like can't really walk straight. So yeah, just a lot of pressure on the quad area, and so I uh, just was like panting, like, oh my gosh, that was crazy, that was intense, very sprinty. I think I finished in like 2 minutes, a little under 2 minutes. The judge showed me so this is important. The judge showed me my time. He was like, oh, and it was like 17 or 18 or something like that. I can't remember, but the score said .75 at the end of it. Like, he got the milliseconds. So I was like, cool, signed the thing, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm walking away, and I could kind of barely walk, so I was like, I'm gonna find an echo bike to sit and kind of let the get my legs moving so the lactic acid gets out. And so as I'm doing this, as I'm walking to get the echo bike, the judge or the coach of Tyler comes up and was like, dude, like you like passed Tyler like at the very end, like you just like you totally like closed the gap on him and beat him. And I was like, oh, like crap, that's cool for me, you know. I was like, sucks for you, I guess. And so then so he was like laughing about it. He was like, dude, you like put on like a crazy sprint at the end. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't tell him, but I was like, yeah, I saw Tyler right there ahead of me, so I was like, I'm just gonna go for it. And yeah, so it was kind of that was cool. Anyways, long story short, the drama comes in here because I looked at my phone a couple minutes later and saw the scores were already entered, and I'm sitting there in third place with I think it's Victor, then it's um, the French guy Thoreau, I think I can't remember his name. Sorry, Thoreau, and then me, and then Tyler right below. So I was like, oh crap! So we're like close. We're like 10 points apart. So I looked because I beat Tyler in the first event in time trials, in yeah, whatever it's called. And oh, let's see, Dennis, John Crouch Tobacco in the chat. Let's go. All right, yeah, Dennis. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming in. Um, are you Dennis must be on the chat watching from um, the cigar shop, which Sabrina and Dennis operate. So very cool. Um, cool to see you guys here. Thanks for checking in. So the what was I gonna say? So the drama was I looked at my thing. I was like edging Tyler out by like 4 or by like 10 points or whatever it was. And I checked and I was like, yep, like sure enough, like he beat me in the time trials, the one that his coach had literally just said, oh, you barely beat Tyler, like that was crazy, and good job. And so I was like, what the heck? So I kind of like was looking around for them, and then I kind of found them by the judges table, and they were doing an appeal. And later, kind of, we were talking about it, and Tyler was like, "Dude, like, I'm sorry, but like," because I think at this point he still thought that he had edged me out. And by the way, this is all still a little bit up in the air. I think they have to make a final decision later, but he's like, "Oh, dude, sorry, like I have to appeal, but because like one of the judges got in my way," and I was like, "Oh, dude, like, okay, but I think you got me anyways, no worries." Like, and then I showed him the score. He was like, "Yeah, okay." He's like, "Okay," and then he showed me the video of what happened because the coach was on the side doing the video, and yeah, sure enough, like there's the sandbag on the ground. Tyler gets off the bike, um, and the judge is like kind of straddling the um, the sandbag, and Tyler kind of like nudges the guy out of the way. I was like, hey, like what the heck, get out of the way, and so pushes. So and again, that's like not definitely grounds for the appeal. Um, you can't kind of if the judge or someone hinders the athlete, like I guess you can appeal that. So definitely we'll see what happens, I guess. But in either case, like I'm kind of already. It looks like we're banking on the fact that Tyler got me in that last one. I did send the head judge an email just in a subject line like not an appeal, just because I don't know. It seems a little bit like it was very very close. But I just kind of wanted to see if like I don't know did I get like a dinged for a rep or something. I don't know. So I asked. I sent an email to the head judge saying, "Hey, was there something that I like? I remember seeing on when my judge showed me the score, it said .75. So was it like just a round up thing? Like because Tyler was .75 too. Like they're not going to split milliseconds. Um, I remember seeing point 0.75. Like what is it? So. Um, Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. some, it's very close. There's some points on the line. It's kind of, it's very close. Tyler, me, and this Spanish guide Moises are very close, like right neck and neck and neck. Um, he is, what's it called? Um, he's basically the reason that Tyler hasn't passed me, because Tyler was behind him, so got 10 points less in in time trials, or in stadium trials. So yeah, that was a super cool. That was also super cool. It was kind of unreal. That being the first event, which I got third. That was when I finished third. So it was again the French dude Thoreau or whatever his name is. Sorry, forget your name, dude. Uh, but it's something like hard to say. and then and then Victor and then me. So that was kind of, that was fun. That was really cool. I was just kind of, my thought was I was going to try to negative split um, the row at least. So not like take it easy, but not kind of burn myself out on the first 1,000 for the row, because we were um, they actually did lower the meters on the row. So it was supposed to be 2,000. They put it to 1,750, so minus 250 meters. Same with the ski erg, so minus 250. So it was 15. So now it's, whatever, 1,250. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna not chill, but I'm gonna keep a pace that I can maintain there on that guy, and then run, uh, and then just kind of hit the ski erg as hard as I can, kind of closing that row a little bit harder, and kind of, I don't think it was like at like 300 or 500 meters, I started hearing the announcer over the radio saying like, it's pretty close. It's like it's a race, guys. Everyone, like, we've got a race on our hands. Like, we've got Brian Knight in lane 8 edging out lane 4 Victor Asaf, and so I basically was like neck and neck with Victor like um, the whole row, and um, I think I finished maybe like 30 or 50 meters ahead of him. I don't know, something like that. It started to kind of get to a blur when I hit the ski erg, and again, Tyler's coach came up and was like, "What do you row? That was a crazy ski erg," and I was like, "Dude, I don't remember like much of what was going on in the monitor at that point." I was just like, I don't know. I was just trying to keep like kind of a quick pace. Um, I had been kind of worried about maybe I would have to tape together the ski erg handles, and I was thankful. I was grateful that I asked another of my friends that I met here, the Russian dude, Arton. Again, I'm saying his name wrong, but I asked him. I was like, "Hey, do people tie their handles together?" He was like, "No, you just grab one and you just go." So I was like, "Okay." So I've never done that before, but that's kind of what I did, and so I was grabbing, I was just holding on to one of the skier handles, which, I mean, it makes sense at the end of the day when you think about it. So, long story short, we, I must have like really been like blazing on on the ski, because I, everyone was like you killed it, and then also like how fast were you going? And then also I had come off I was the first one off the bike, and then I was the first one into the run too. So at this point, I think I picked up some distance on Victor by now, and um, Victor passed me. And the reason I say that is because it wasn't like immediate that Victor passed me on the run, but I think he made a really strong move. I heard him kind of maybe like 100 meters in. I heard him behind, or someone behind me, and then pretty quickly he like made a really strong move past me, and I was like, I'm not going to cover that right now. Like, I like barely just got off the skier. I was like tunnel vision, pain cave, like can't really hold that, that, what's it called, that pace. I'm not gonna chase him down right now. So, um, but yeah, pretty quickly the French guy passed me too. So I think it was like all very, very close. Um, it was a very tight race. Um, and at least the three of us, I think Moises and Tyler were about a minute behind. So, and I remember seeing Moises like maybe like I almost lapped him. I might have lapped him. It was confusing because one of the judges, when she was counting my laps, was like, "Oh, like this is your fourth lap," as I was coming home. But I was like, "No, this is my last lap," because I was right behind Victor. And I also actually I gained some ground on Victor, and I there was a part of me that was like, "Dude, you have it in the tank to get him in the last 100 meters or something." But I just was like, I don't know what kept me from doing that. Maybe fear of like Victor being super intense and not uh, liking me or something. Even if I like passed him in the last 100 meters or something, I don't know. Because I could also tell that he was like at the end of his endurance there. He was like, you could just tell from his form. And I'm come from a running background, so like I know what the dudes look like when you're kind of tapped out almost. So the last thing that was kind of interesting, kind of cool about that event was I kind of finished what I thought was the finish line. Um, I saw Victor stop, and I was kind of like standing there, and thank God like no one else was super like close up behind me because I kind of made a mistake, and the mistake was I forgot the standard, which was you need to touch the gumdrop kind of starting marker in your lane. So I entered like kind of on the far side of my lane and I had to go all the way to the other side. But fortunately, I was looking down and I saw my judge like, "Hey, hey, yay," like kind of screaming at me and was like, you have to come touch the thing." So like, I was like, "Oh crap." So I like sprinted over to get the thing. So I am pretty sure that I made it fine. I was made it okay, but yeah, because those dudes were like a minute behind me. So, and I did do a little bit of a glance at one point, like just okay, making sure no one's there, you know. So, man, yeah, it was cool, very cool. It was fun. It was a fun day. This is very fun. It's exciting to kind of get to know the guys, be kind of competitive, but also kind of have fun with them and like uh, let everyone kind of bring out your best, I guess, right? Like we're competing against each other. We want to win. We want to kind of beat the other guy. We want to see who can be faster and stronger and fitter and everything. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, hey, we're also kind of, I don't know. For me, it's fun. For me, there's part of me that's like, and I was talking to Tyler about it. I was like it's fun to be just like having the mentality of like, oh yeah, this is just a workout at the gym. This is just a workout at our typical gym box, whatever, right? And like you do your best and having other people around you helps you to do your best. And I think I don't know, I'm a big proponent of that, I think. um, oh, another thing, another story about Victor. I don't think he'd mind sharing it, and I think this is on a time delay anyways, so by the time these all five of you guys who are on, welcome. We'll see this. He had a little bit of after the time trials. He was supposed to be interviewed by someone from media, and he had kind of collapsed. I think he was on the floor, and he had a hard time getting up. And I think later I saw he had like something on his quad, so he had some sort of quad knee issue strain. Maybe it was like an old injury or something like that, but. Um, I saw him walking. The good news is I saw him walking around later, like he had some tape, like rock tape on his foot, on his knee. So he's good. He's like, he's still probably he's still killing it. But yeah, something was up with him. but he looked pretty down. And I was like, oh, I felt bad. So I saw him kind of sit down with his coach, and I like went back and like pat on the back, and I was like, hey, good job. Like, so it's just, it's just fun to kind of be um, competing, but also like rooting for each other also in a way too. So, um, oh, speaking of kind of cool things, another cool thing, another celebrity, because Victor's pretty big on social media, so uh, you know, he's a good dude. He's a famous dude, I guess, almost influencer type. And I was talking a little bit about him yesterday, which is cool, if you guys remember. But really quick, he was one of the guys that helped me kind of be encouraged enough to take on some new challenges with, like, when I was first starting to come back to the gym, working with a barbell, trying to be more like learning how to use a barbell with one arm. And I remember a friend showing me a video of Victor on Instagram saying, "Hey, like, dude, look at this! Like, look at this guy. He's like, killing it." So again, Victor kind of is a cool guy. So I hopefully he's good. He's not injured and can kind of continue. But what was the other thing I was gonna say? So, oh, another celebrity moment was Adrian Bosman, who has been in charge of programming and games events for a little while. I don't think he did last or this past year, but the previous year he did. And he's kind of like an OG CrossFit. He's like works at CrossFit headquarters, and kind of a cool. He's like a cool looking dude. Like, looks like he wears, rides a Harley. He had like a shirt that was like a Hot Wheels shirt. He's like cowboy boots kind of dude. So um, I went over to. I didn't like try to go talk to him, but I was over sitting, kind of recovering after one of the events, and I introduced myself, and we had a little conversation. I can't remember exactly what we talked about. I think I don't know, but it was just it was nice. It was pleasant. Um, let's go, Eric. Eric Shooty. Shooty's on. How do I feel about tomorrow? Let's see. Tomorrow, oof, yeah. So, oh, that was the other thing, that reason I got back so late. So I haven't eaten. I haven't showered. I literally got in the Uber. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do nighttime talk right when I get back to the hotel, and then kind of figure it out later. But uh, we had a later start for the event, so that pushed back everyone's like briefings, because Kevin Ogar, who's the kind of head programming dude at Wheelwad, um, he had so he was briefing everyone at the end of it. Sorry, at the end of what's it called? Brain is starting to fade. He was briefing every division on the next day's workouts tomorrow. So to Shooty's question, we were covering things for tomorrow. So tomorrow I have the double-sided coin workout, it's called, and then the other one is the combine. Both of them contain movements that I do not have. I do not have pistol squats, which are the one-legged squats, like, right, left, and I do not have a rope climb with one arm. So I have been working on them, but I'm probably not going to hit them. I mean, I have some knee sleeves which will give some support. I have some lifting shoes which will give some support too for the pistol squats, so that could help. So I might get one or something like that, but anyways, so I don't feel great about those two workouts. This first thing is the bad news. The good news is I have a good feeling about how it'll shake up overall. So with combine, the way it's scored is 3 parts. Each is a minute, a minute, a minute. 60 seconds, 60 seconds, 60 seconds. So the first 60 seconds is max dumbbell press, or sorry, uh, whatever this is called. Dumbbell bench press, 50 pounds. I've been working this at the gym, at the neighborhood, with some kind of guidance. So I have like a game plan for it, which is basically to hit 30 seconds, like max reps in 30 seconds, kind of keep it all has to be one set as well, and then hit extension. This is how I have to rest for like 10-15 seconds, and then just kind of rep out as many as I can for the last. whatever 20, 30 seconds that like is remaining. So I'm gonna hit that, and then 60 seconds is up. Okay, however many reps you get is what you get. I'm probably gonna shoot for like 35. If I can get over 35, that'll be cool. But 50 pounds is like a little is pretty light, so I can kind of go, pretty quick on them. But the next part is where the rope climb is. There's two pig flips. So I don't know how heavy this thing is. It's like a block of weighted material that I have to kind of flip end over end twice. So flip it and then flip it again. So it's probably going to be heavy, kind of a pain in the butt to figure out. None of us have seen it before. Um, Kevin didn't even tell us how heavy it is, so it could be kind of yeah, thanks, Trudy. Yeah, I'm hoping to crush it. It's yeah. So again, like I don't know how many dudes can rep out 35 dumbbell, bench press. So hopefully I make up some points there. But again, the pig flips plus the rope climb takes 60 seconds, which is pretty fast. Like that's going to go by like nothing. Um, it's going to take 30 seconds to do the pig flips, probably. I don't know. Could be more. It depends on the pig. And then so the rope climb could be like extra credit for some of those guys who have them. Tyler has them. Victor has them. I think there's only a few of us who probably don't. I don't know. We'll see. Steven doesn't have them, I don't think. And then the third part is, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting. I'm going to have to look it up. Let's go, Adam's on. LFG. Okay, let's see. Oh crap. Okay, how do I find? Let me see if I can find. I want to find what tomorrow is. What's that third part? Jeez. The suspense is killing. But it's something I feel good about. Long story short, it's not something that I'm uh, like super stressed about at all. Um, Stop. Continue. This thing. Nope. Combine. There it is. Okay. Sandbag over bar. Oh yeah. So this is like a fun one. So it's like, you know, sandbags going up 10 pounds each. So it starts with 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And you have to get them over an 8-foot bar. So you have to stand away a little bit away from the bar and then try to get the sandbag however you want over the bar. So you're basically, I think it's gonna be like a dumbbell or a kettlebell swing. I think for me, I'm gonna kind of swing it a little bit back and then just toss it straight up, not straight up because that would be bad, but give it just like a high arc to kind of get over. Because I mean, 8 feet, I'm 6 feet two, I'm 6'2", so it's gonna be kind of not too bad. This is going to be for time. Like, the tie break on this is time. So, the, like the 20 is going to feel easy. I think the 60 will feel like a little bit heavy, but not that bad. It's like a 60-pound, and the grip is like it's a good size, like it's a perfect size grip on the sandbag. So, I think the key is to just like line them up and then just fling, fling, fling. I mean, not even necessarily watch, like if it goes. Maybe just like watch the judge. Okay, good. You know, next one. So long story short, there's like a lot of points for me to get on it. Like even if I get a 0 or something kind of low, like a 2 or whatever on, because I just barely do the pig flips for tomorrow for the combine. The next one is double-sided coin, and this is the one that has the pistols in it. So it's 16 single arm dumbbell snatches, 16 burpees, no problem on the snatches, no problem on the burpees, 16 pistols, and then max barbell snatches. So it's basically whoever can do pistols and then just have time left over to just snatch as many times. I don't have pistols, so this is probably going to be more of the L for me. But I guess the tiebreak would be reps or something. No, I think I saw the tiebreak was time that you finished the pistols. So I'm gonna potentially get a 0 on this if I read the standards correctly and understood Kevin correctly at the briefing. So this is not something I'm looking forward to. I'm just I think I'm just what I'm gonna do is just work pistols. I'm gonna practice pistols. Like that's gonna be what I do. If again, I'm gonna try them. I'm gonna have some knee sleeve support. I'm gonna have like some lifters, so that'll help give me some kind of support in my heel and make the position a little bit easier. I have some of the range of motion, so I mean I'm gonna try them, see if the sleeves and everything is makes a big difference. I mean it could help a lot with the support, but we'll see. And then max barbell snatches, like 85 pounds for the men, which is not, I don't know, not crazy. Like I'm not gonna have to like split snatch that. I'm gonna probably have to like, I'm gonna probably have to you know, have kind of get into power stance. I mean, I might as well. No, I don't know. Anyways, I haven't really thought about it too much, just because I'm like, I'm not gonna get there. 16 pistols, it's 16 alternating, so 8 per leg. So I did that so I don't feel, I don't know. Again, and I know Tyler has pistols. I know, and he and I are like neck and neck right now. Um, so I'm gonna probably take an L to him on this one. And I probably will take an L on to him specifically on the combine, again, which is fine, right? Because I just have to score as many points as I can. I'm going to run my race. I'm going to do my thing. At the end of the day, if he, you know, I think this is 2 events. These are both the places that I have like a real problem. I think Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be fine. Well, I did talk to I have hanging frace, which is Fran, but it's hang clean and jerks instead of what's it called, thrusters, and then also jumping pull-ups. Uh, I was talking to Tyler about this one today. Actually, he kind of tipped his cards a little bit and was like, "I only finished once under the time cap," and I was like, secretly in my head, I was like, "Oh yeah, me too, bro," because it's a 6-minute time cap, 75 pounds on the bar, and like you're holding on the bar for 5 minutes nonstop, basically with the hang. So the problem is just the grip strength. It's just a crazy grip strength workout that I mean, I have some of the grip strength. The time I finished in 5:45, I don't know if I was doing the um, clean and jerks to the standard. And the standard is a little bit different from what I understand. Again, this is not tomorrow. This is not tomorrow. This is Saturday, I think. The standard is weird because I think, and I remember seeing some guys on Instagram today doing clean and jerks, but when they clean it, they're kind of catching it in a power position. Their knees are bent, and they're going straight into like a push jerk, right? Or push jerk, or push press, I should say, right? So the standards that I have seen are saying that you clean it, you stand completely up, and then you jerk. So again, that could mean like a push, push press kind of thing, right? Which I'm I mean that like extra little movement is a huge deal. Like you have momentum if you're cleaning it, and then you can kind of go up. And no one's ever kind of told me like, oh, in a clean and jerk, like you got to like extend those, like you got to be full extension, knees and hips, like full extension, and then clean and jerk. So I don't know how that's going to work. Um, but apparently Tyler hasn't also been able to do it. But and he's a strong dude, so I think, and he's kind of one of the closest guys that is a question mark, like where we'll finish in comparison to each other. But anyways, okay, so that's Saturday. What else is Saturday? Double-sided coin, that was tomorrow. Stadium trials are done. Under the spotlight, so like a max clean. I feel pretty good about this. This is one thing I worked on when I was dropped in at the gym here in San Antonio. yesterday when I was kind of prepping for the games. I feel pretty good about it because even though I didn't feel great, I felt kind of fatigued from the trip, from the traveling. I was hitting like I hit like a 135 clean, and I'm planning on starting 155. So, but I hit it like a like a power clean 135, and it felt like pretty light. Like it felt, I didn't feel like okay, I have to like hit this. I'm gonna barely get it off the ground, and so I have to like catch it in a squat. I'm gonna probably break that 155, hopefully by a good amount. And again, it's like that's the game of it. Like it's points across the board. Like as Adam will say, will say, remind us. Okay. Let's see. Um, Adam says, sandbag. That'll be fun. Yeah. Shui's like, yeah, that's gonna be fun. AF. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's just gonna be like, shoot. Shoot them over the, shoot them over the bar. And again, like, he said, Kevin told us it's 8 foot, so it's like only like a couple feet over my head. So it's basically just like, get it over my head, get it over my head, get it over my head. Um, pig flip finish is pig flip finish the tie break if no rope climb. Um, oh, crap. I did not understand. I don't know if Kevin went over that. I don't think I understood. Um, I don't think I understood that part of it. How the scoring works. Like he was like made a point to tell us if you don't. He made a point to tell us that we get like a severe, like we can't win part A and part C and still expect to have a good score. So I don't know what that means exactly as far as like tie breaking and the score computation, but I do know that it is a composite score. So everything works like there's points in to get in the first part, and then points to get in on the second part. So, um, uh, and then let's see. Adam says, Dale, and have fun with it tomorrow. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good. It was fun, excited. I feel like I got the jitters out. although, although, at the beginning of when we were prepping for, because there was like a delay for Enter Sandman, and then they changed it, and then rain delay, and then they like staged us again. As I was like standing there, I was like, oh my gosh, like I was like kind of like had the like a huge adrenaline rush, and I was like, yeah, I was excited. It was kind of an excited feeling, but it was also like, oh crap, like this is gonna hurt. Like this is gonna be like just like hammering the Echo bike, like sprinting on the Echo bike for whatever, 18, 16, 18 plus 16 is what, 30 plus, no, that's 35, 40, is that 40? No, it's like 30, 40, something like that. Plus, so it's like 40 plus calories, just like bam, 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 like as far as you can, as fast as you can. Um, yeah, Shooty, good luck. Thanks, man. I really appreciate the support, and this is awesome to have some of my some of my people here on the chat. I do see that it is 8:30, so I'm gonna wrap it up pretty quickly here. I have to go get food. I have to go shower. I want to hit up the pool for a little bit. Maybe just like float around. I think that'll help. I think my legs will feel really nice in that. Um, but yeah, no, it was a fun day. I'm excited. I feel like there's some interesting stuff that'll happen. I don't know how much Victor's injury will, or like to what extent he's injured. I don't know. Hopefully he's okay and everything, but I don't know how that's going to affect the leaderboard. Um, that could be a huge like wrench in the whole thing. Um, I had been shooting I feel like if I were to finish in top five, that would be like pretty sweet. Like I would be super grateful. That would be kind of a cool goal to achieve top five. But I mean, hey, like if I'm able to kind of hold Tyler off, if I'm able, and Victor kind of drops down, this Thoreau dude is like killing it. Like I don't know, like maybe I could be like top. Like I guess there's always a chance. Like you could podium, you know, um, and that would be sort of unexpected, but super cool. And um, I think it's like $500 for like third place. So you know, walk with some like a little bit of prize money. Um, yeah, cool. So this, let's see, what else? Is there anything else that's like super notable? There's some good stories here. It was a good day. Um, I don't know. One thing that was kind of surprising, and this is probably I guess maybe this was the last thing. Uh, the heat was bad, but not like the worst, and everything will be indoors now, so I think everything should be fine. But I looked at my Whoop from Sandman, not Enter Sandman, Stadium Trials. I looked at my Whoop, and my heart rate was like at zone 5, like kind of maxing out for like 6 minutes. And so it was like a very intense, hot workout. So I think like the heat definitely hit me hard there. Um, so I didn't feel good in that rest period. I was like just trying to take it very easy. But again, I think I have a lot of adrenaline, hungry, need some food, get some pool time, go to bed, and get ready for tomorrow. Sleep. Hopefully, I've worked myself down to have a great sleep, and we'll yeah. And again, yes, Sabrina, thanks. Dennis, thanks. Eric, Judy, Adam, all you guys, thanks for joining. Peace. I look forward to being back tomorrow. I'll try to share the time early tomorrow next time too. So, anyways, cool. With that, I'm gonna, I'm gonna, I'll end the stream, but I have to get up to do it. Okay.